Scoping an assessment in MyCSF. After pressing Save and Continue on the Name and Security page, you will land on the Organization Information form to begin detailing your scope. You can also access this view at any time during your assessment by pressing the COGS icon in the nav bar on the left side of the frame. You will begin here in the Organization Information section. Under Contact Information, fill in the text boxes with the mandatory fields: contact name, title, email, and phone 1. Phone 2 is optional. Next, we will move down to Organizational Profile. Fill in the text boxes with the mandatory fields: name of the organization, locations of the organization, primary mailing address, organization summary, and number of employees. The last area will be our environment. Fill in both mandatory fields describing your security program. Press Save and Continue at the bottom to move forward onto the Assessment Options page. Answer each drop-down provided to determine the proper assessment. Remember, if you are seeking a validated assessment, you will need an assessor. Self-assessments do not. The various types of assessments include Targeted Assessment, CSF Security Assessment, CSF Security and Privacy Assessment, CSF Comprehensive Security Assessment, and CSF Comprehensive Security and Privacy Assessment. Once MyCSF has determined for you a type of assessment, press Save and Close to proceed to the Systems page. On the Systems page, you can create a log of all the systems that will be assessed. First, let us move up to the Add button to create a new system you would like to be included in the assessment. Here, you will be required to name your system and whatever additional information that helps to distinctly identify the system. Once you are finished, press Save. The Selected tab shows the new system we have just entered that will be in our assessment. Press the checkbox to remove this newly created system into the store of systems called the Other tab. You can also edit any of your systems at any time by clicking on the Edit button. If you wish to unlink a previously referenced system from your organization, click the Inactive checkbox to make it not selectable in future assessments. You can also view any systems you have placed in the past as inactive, such as System 1, by pressing Show Inactive. Let us deselect the Show Inactive checkbox and go ahead with our newly created system. Once completed, press Save and Continue to start the facility delegation. Facilities are denoted and managed similar to the systems. Your facilities will be any physical location that holds sensitive information being evaluated in this assessment. Despite presenting different fields than the systems, the creation and selection procedures are identical. To show inactive facilities, like on your Systems page, press the checkbox labeled Show Inactive to reveal any facilities that you have placed as inactive in the past. After you have entered the necessary facilities to be included in your assessment, press Save and Continue to enter the default scoring profile. The default scoring profile page enables you to pre-score all the maturity levels throughout the assessment. This feature is for organizations that have identified trends prior to the assessment. Please note that this is not a mandatory field, but can be a desirable tool to more rapidly fill out the statements during your assessment. The inputs on the Factors page are used to measure the risk inherent to your environment. Entity-pertinent questions will appear based on the chosen organization type. Your factors may offer different questions than this tutorial video. Each section on this page marked with a red asterisk is mandatory and will be essential in establishing the right assessment for your security and/or privacy needs. The information provided within will be used to narrow down the list of statements for your questionnaire. Skipping ahead, our last topic is authoritative factors. Unlike the other sections on this page, this component is optional and can be ignored if you don't wish to include any other compliance. Let us choose the FTC flags rule in this assessment to produce statements that will cater to this authoritative source for my organization. Once everything is configured to your liking, press Create Assessment. MyCSF will begin to generate your assessment based on the information you have filled in since the start of this video. You will then arrive on the assessment questionnaire page to begin completing your assessment. Do not forget that you can expand and contract the nav bar on the left in order to see the full domain name here by pressing this button. For additional help with MyCSF, please refer to the MyCSF user guide or contact support at hightrustalliance.net.